What is up, guys? A little bit different of a video I'm doing today. I'm going to be showing you how you can lose 10 to 15% of your body fat in less than 90 days without giving up your favorite foods like burgers and pizza, spending hours in the gym every single day, and gaining the weight back after you're done with the process. No cookie cutter fad diet bullshit going on here. I'm going to show you specifically how I help my client Trey lose 15 pounds using this exact method that I'm about to show you. So just because it helped Trey lose 15 pounds, 10% of his body fat in less than 90 days, doesn't mean that it can't work for you. Like I said, a lot of value that I'm about to give here, so stay tuned. You do not want to miss this.
So let's just get right into the video, guys. This is for skinny fat guys that want to get rid of their muffin top. And if that hurt you a little bit when I said it, then this is for you, obviously. I'm going to show you how you can lose 10% of your body fat in the next 12 weeks without giving up your favorite foods like burgers and pizza, spending hours at the gym every day, or gaining the weight back once you're done with the process using the optimal method. Now, before we get into the details, my name is Alistair. I'm obviously Mr. Optimal, and I'm going to show you how I help my client Trey lose 15.4 pounds and 10% of his body fat in 90 days, while also getting the most muscular build he's ever had. Before I get into the details of how I help Trey, I wanted to show you what he looked like before and after working with me. As you can see, these transformation photos on the right. Now, who is this for? If you're looking to lose 10% of your body fat that you are not going to gain back while building a new frame of muscle and getting strength that you can keep forever, then this is for you. If you want to build muscle, burn fat, and get stronger while not giving up your favorite foods like burgers and fries, then this is for you. If you're sick of having a lack of direction when it comes to getting gains and you want a simple, effective, enjoyable blueprint that's proven to work, then this is for you. If you're tired of spending hours in the gym and you feel like the efforts have resulted in little to no progress, then this is for you. And if you have the potential and work ethic to become the best version of yourself, but you lack the accountability to follow through, then this is for you. Now, who is this not for? And if any of these things resonate with you, please leave the video now. Stop wasting my time and your time. If you want to keep spinning your wheels using whatever methods you've been using to lose body fat and try to build muscle that's gotten you absolutely nowhere, this is not for you. Now, if you're looking for a quick fix without having to put in any effort or hard work, then this is not for you. If you didn't want a system or plan that is proven to get you the results that you desire, then this is not for you. And if you're not ready to spend at least 4 to 5 hours a week in the gym, then this is not for you. I'm not asking you to spend 2 to 3 hours in the gym every single day, 16 to 20 hours a week in the gym. All you need to do is spend 45 minutes to an hour in the gym 4 to 5 days a week. If you can't do that, then this isn't for you. You can't just expect things to happen without a little bit of effort. If you're not willing to control your impulses and stop eating junk food 99% of the time, then this is not for you. It's all about balance. I can implement foods that you like in your plan, but I can't let you eat like shit all the time. And if you don't believe you have the ability to become the best version of yourself, then this is not for you. If you don't believe it in your head that all the things you want for yourself are possible and that you can achieve them, then I already can't help you. Now, the truth about making gains is that no one will tell you. You can lose your body fat, you can build muscle and get stronger without giving up all your favorite foods and keeping this progress after the process. Now, most men just can't do this because they don't have the knowledge to track their calories and macros efficiently, optimize their training in the gym, making sure that they're doing movements that match the criteria for what they want to get out of their physique and that are effective and efficient in allowing them to progress. They also can't implement a system that fits their lifestyle, doesn't add stress, and allow them to progress over time. Instead, they're just looking for a quick fix. They're just looking for how do I lose 10 pounds as fast as possible? Lo and behold, you do that, but the second you go back to your regular lifestyle, you gain it all back. So we're not looking for a quick fix. We're looking for something that fucking works. Now, but don't worry. I'm not going to let that happen to you. There's no such thing as I don't have the time or my metabolism is just shot. That just won't work for me. I've tried it. You don't have to work out 2 to 3 hours a day, spend hours on the treadmill, or have a 1 in a million genetics to be the best version of you and to have a fucking six-pack and be ripped. It's just not true. Don't feed that lie to yourself. And if you want to be the person that burns fat and builds muscle, I'm going to show you exactly how we can navigate around the issues that I've mentioned, how I help my client Trey lose 10% of his body fat, more specifically 15.4 pounds, get stronger and build muscle, achieving the best physique he's ever had, and how I can help you lose 10% of your body fat, and how you can build muscle and get stronger without giving up your favorite foods and spending 2 to 3 hours in the gym every day. And in case you don't know me, here's a brief backstory about how I got here. My parents are gym owners and personal trainers. I grew up in the gym. This is something that I've always been around. It's probably why it led me to here after I got sober. And when I got sober and from pills in 2017, I started leaning into fitness as an outlet for me. Get healthy, just channel my stress and again, stay sober. I was also super self-conscious about how small I was. As you can see on the right, that photo there with me in the hot dog shorts, I literally am like 115 pounds soaking wet there. I realized I wanted others to get the same satisfaction out of their fitness journey. Again, when I came home, I was so pre-exposed to all of these things, even though I didn't practice it too much, evidently by the picture in the hot dog shorts, but I was pre-exposed to it. And my dad trained bodybuilding and ran a gym and was a personal trainer for my entire life, 30 something years he's been doing it. So I've watched him do the things that are necessary and implement the things in his lifestyle to make it work. I was already pre-exposed to these things. I had this knowledge and I knew I could help people because I didn't have to do the trial and error bullshit. I was very, very lucky in that sense. I spent the last 6 years of my life dedicating to studying to fitness and bodybuilding training and nutrition and just trying to help people become the best versions of themselves. Working in my dad's gym, I worked in that gym in person with people for 3 years. I worked in American Fitness in-person training. I've worked at many gyms. Now I'm doing it online with people because I felt like I had more reach this way. And again, I just want to impact as many people as I possibly can in a positive way. I want to change lives. I want to make sure that you can have a transformation like me, that you can have a transformation like Trey. If my purpose on this earth is just to help you become a better version of yourself, then I've served my purpose. And that's all I want. I'm extremely passionate about this stuff because helping others is literally what fills my cup, and fitness quite literally saved my life. If it wasn't for fitness and bodybuilding, I would probably be back in rehab, in jail, or dead, right? It is a key outlet, I believe, to unlocking your true potential. I would have never learned how to be disciplined, how to embrace the suck, how to embrace the things that I don't want to do in order to grow, in order to be better, because nothing good comes easy. And that's what fitness taught me. That's what bodybuilding taught me. And if I can teach you to unlock your true potential and realize that you can fucking go head first into anything, you can do anything because you have that power. You just have to believe, then that's all I want. I just want to teach people how to do that. And again, I knew there was so much misinformation out there: keto, carnivore diets, don't bench press, don't deadlift, do all this shit. All these polarizing statements that people have out there nowadays, they kind of just confuse people and don't make their journey any easier. And since I had all this pre-exposure, like I said, I wanted to help clear that up for people. Now, the optimal method is my system that I built through my own trial and error from 5 years of helping others get in the best shape of their life and teaching them the tools to keep it forever. And I've decided to break it all down for you. In the following steps, I'll outline the entire process, A to Z, of what I did to accomplish these results so you can use the optimal method to lose 10% of your body fat, build muscle, and get stronger in the next 12 weeks without giving up your favorite foods like burgers and pizza, spending hours at the gym every day, or gaining the weight back once you're done with the process. It's a simple blueprint. It comes in 2 phases. The first phase is the recomp phase. It's a 28 to 35 day priming phase, starting at minimum effective volume, focusing on building a foundation for progressive overload. We have higher food intake here around maintenance or a small surplus to build the foundation for the fat loss phase. Then the second phase is the fat loss phase, which is a 49 to 56 day fat loss phase, like it says, working towards approaching maximum effective volume, focusing on progressive overload and building off of that foundation. We have lower food intake here, starting around a slight caloric deficit. Now let me show you how we used each stage of the optimal method for Trey so that he was no longer held back by mistakes he didn't even know he was making, and he finally lost his muffin top so that he could get fucking ripped. It's all about training, nutrition, and accountability. Now for Trey, we focused on optimal form and progressive overload. It does not matter if you're in the gym putting in work, if you are generating shitty, not quality stimulus. If we put in crappy work, we're going to get crappy results. So we want good form and progressive overload. We want to build a good base. We started Trey off with minimum effective volume here, approaching maximum recoverable volume. So increasing his frequency or volume a little bit as we drop calories in that fat loss phase so that he could get enough overload stimulus to build muscle. We focused on his meat and potato movements for about 12 weeks, and his side dish movements we switched up about every 6 weeks. So he had 2 mesocycles, but his compound movements were the same throughout the 12 weeks of those mesocycles because he was still progressing and there was no need to change them. We had more rest for him than he's ever had. At least 2 rest days a week, training 5 days a week, and not training 2 to 3 hours a day in the gym, but about an hour to hour and 15 minutes. Every single time you go to the gym, you have an overload stimulus. And if you don't allow yourself to have enough recovery from the level of fatigue that comes with every overload stimulus when you go to the gym, then your fatigue will eventually accumulate so much that your gains, your overload stimulus is no longer quality because you're taking a beating. You don't have enough time to recover. You have to recover from every overload stimulus you have because there's a degree of fatigue that comes with it. And if you don't allow yourself to recover, you're going to hurt yourself more than you help yourself. With nutrition, we focused on counting his macros and calories. His nutrition is like a science experiment. The more changing variables he had in his calories and macros day to day, the more inconsistent his progress. We had balanced planning for Trey. 75% clean meals a day, 25% like dirty meals. So he had 3 meals of like chicken and rice and veggies, beef and rice and veggies, eggs and oats, and then 1 meal of his choice, which was a protein shake and a fat bowl of cereal because he loves cereal. And then he had a weekly cheat meal as well. So this allowed him to be balanced in his approach so they didn't feel the need to binge and break off of his plan so that he could make progress again forever. I'm teaching him how to do this forever. It's about balance, consistency. The turtle beats the hare every time. Then we focused on water intake, making sure he was hydrated. The less water you drink, the more water your body holds on to, and that's a problem for many reasons. Then also, obviously, accountability. That's a big factor too. Making sure he was logging his training, logging his meals in the app, making sure he's getting quality sleep and managing his stress. Now, more specifically in the recon phase, that 28 to 35 day priming phase with Trey, we started at minimum effective volume so that he didn't hit a point of diminishing returns too quickly. Because if I start him at maximum recoverable volume, then I have to keep adding volume when we lower calories and need more stimulus because we have less calories, so less output, like energy output there, right? So then if I have to add more volume, when you're already at maximum recoverable volume, you might be doing 20 to 25 sets, spending 4 hours in the gym just because you wanted to start with as much volume as you could. Your body is going to get an overload stimulus with minimum effective dosage, right? So if you don't start at the minimum effective dosage and you start at the maximum recoverable volume, which would be the maximum effective dosage, and you try to keep going, eventually you're at a spilling point, right? That's just not ideal. Why would we want to do more to get less in the long run when we could do less and be more strategic about it and get more? Work smarter and harder, not just harder. And then we were focusing on building a foundation for him to effectively practice progressive overload, making sure in that first phase, in the recon phase, that he was sending me his movement videos so he was getting form feedback, so that his execution was on point, that we were developing quality over quantity. Now with the nutrition, we started with a higher food intake here with him. He had a slight surplus. Everybody's different. I'm training people, not robots, but we started trade a slight surplus because he was allowed to stay lean and kind of build that foundation at a slight surplus. Everybody's a little bit different. That allowed him to not hit a point of diminishing returns too quickly with his nutrition because when you're in a calorie deficit, again, your central nervous system takes a beating. Your body needs calories. It needs energy. It wants to be around maintenance or in a slight surplus that's going to make it happy, right? Now, if you want to build muscle and burn fat, eventually we're going to have to hit a point where we're at maintenance or, that deficit. So we don't want to start right there because I can only cut down food so much. I don't want to cut down food to the point where you're at 1,200 calories because we started at 2,000 calories. Yeah, you might burn some fat me starting you at 2,000 calories. And you might burn fat when I put you down to 1,600 calories, but you're going to feel like shit and you're not going to be able to do that for a long time. And then the second I add food back in, you're going to gain all that shit back and you're going to look terrible. And then you're going to ask, well, what the fuck, right? We want consistency and sustainability. We want to be in the game for a long run. Now with the fat loss phase, that 49 to 56 day shred phase, we're approaching maximum recoverable volume now. So with Trey, we started to slowly implement more sets, maybe one more set on like push days, pull days, and leg days, just so that those bigger body parts too, we're not adapting to the volume that we had and not getting any overload stimulus anymore, especially with less food, because less food means less energy, so potential less output, right? Less growth. So with that point, we wanted to add a little bit more volume, so there's a little bit more stress on the body there, so we're getting a little more stimulus, so we're getting a little more growth. We're building off that foundation from the first phase to maximize our efforts at packing on tissue. Now with the fat loss phase, with the nutrition, we lowered food intake here. For Trey, he started around maintenance and then we went into a slight deficit. Again, everybody's different. You might have to start in that slight deficit if you were at maintenance in the recomp phase. Everybody is different. I'm training people, not robots. But for Trey, we brought him back down to maintenance right at the beginning of the fat loss phase, and we slowly approached a slight deficit as we kind of went week after week into the fat loss phase, till we got to a point where he was lean enough to where we were like, okay, we can kind of bring him back now and add food in so that he can keep building off of that forever. We want to maximize fat loss and complement the foundation in this stage. We're starting at a slight deficit or maintenance so we can gradually push this deficit, like I said, until we reach a point where we have that desired body fat percentage. Then we'll pull back up to that slight surplus or maintenance, just enough to maintain this entire physique without gaining the fat back. Like I said, we want consistency and sustainability. I want to teach you how to do this forever and keep this physique and keep building on this physique so that when you look at yourself a year from now, you go, holy fuck, I don't even recognize myself. The optimal method is meant to peel away at your body, your unnecessary body fat, build muscle, and also get you stronger while teaching you to keep the progress after the process. For Trey, it was more than worth it. From looking and feeling better than he ever has, getting countless recognition from his family and loved ones, and proving to himself his true potential, Trey's progress was so valuable to him that he never wanted to turn back. Having the physique you want can truly be the base to helping you realize what you're truly capable of. It sure as hell was for me. It allowed me to become a better man, a more headstrong man, a more efficient man. It allowed me to be more efficient in my day-to-day basis, in my business, in my thoughts, not just with my physique and the way I looked. It was everything to me, truly. It was the base for what I am today. Now that you understand how this process works exactly, I have an offer for you. If you're skinny, fat, and overweight, you have a muffin top, and you're tired of living in a body that you hate, and you are ready to lose the fat, build muscle, and get the physique of your true potential, I'll help you lose 10 to 15% of your body fat in the next 12 weeks without giving up your favorite foods like burgers or pizza, spending hours at the gym every day, or gaining the weight back once you're done with the process. And if it doesn't work, I'll refund you in full for your coaching. Now, if you're interested in that, book a call with me below. I have the link in the YouTube description. We'll see if you're a good fit for the program, because I don't just work with everybody. And then we'll get you started if you are a good fit so that you can lose 10 to 15% of your body fat in the next 12 weeks without giving up your favorite foods, spending hours at the gym, and losing that progress after the process.
What is up, guys? So thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you watching the video. It was a little bit different, like I said, but so much value there. I'm gonna probably start doing more content like this if you guys found it valuable. Just really wanted to highlight how I've been helping my clients, more specifically how I helped Trey with the optimal method lose 15.4 pounds, 10% of his body fat, build muscle, burn fat, and get the best physique of his life. Thank you for tuning in, like I said. And if this is something that you want to do, this is something that you want to utilize to change your life, you want to be the best version of yourself, you want to be the man that you know you can be, book a call below and we'll help you with the optimal method.